Hi everyone! Today I want to show you my design team project for Lavish laces, and I will put the link to Gisella's shop in the description box below. And Gisella sells the most amazing laces and trims and wild orchid craft flowers and flat back pearl trims and all kinds of wonderful stuff. So I will show you the project in a minute, and I will show you the items that I used first, and they were all in my design team package. Thank you so much for sending us another wonderful design team package, Gisella. And I really had a lot of fun creating with all the good stuff. So I used one of these beautiful yellow wild rosebuds, and I also used a few of these hip rosebuds, and I also used quite a few of these cherry blossoms. And I used a lot of this small white flatback pearl trim, and I love working with this stuff. It's very flexible, and this is a beautiful aqua colored cotton lace that I used. It's a crochet trim, and I used some of this as well on my project. And the next thing that I used is this beautiful cream colored crochet trim, and I used this one as well, and this is absolutely beautiful. It's very soft, it's cream colored, a cotton lace, and I really loved working with this one. And this is another beautiful lace that I used. I really love this lace with the netting and the scalloped edge. And I also used some of this cotton lace, and I love the small pom-poms at the edge. And I used one of these beautiful shabby rosette flowers, and I really love this color, so I used one of those. And I also used one of these, and for some reason it reminds me of a bow, so I used one of these as well. And I also used the netting because it comes with quite some netting, and I used the netting as well. So those were the items that I used. I will show you the project that I created. It's a toilet paper roll mini album, and it's the very first video that I uploaded here on YouTube is also a TP roll mini album, and I thought it was about time to create another one. So the papers that I used were given to me by Joanne. Thank you so much, Joanne. I really had a lot of fun working with this paper line. And this beautiful metal sentiment was given to me by Karen. Thank you so much, Karen. And I bound the album with some aqua colored lace from my stash, and here are some fibers, and I also used some jute twine. And behind here is one of the beautiful rosettes that I showed you, the aqua colored one, and on top of it I created a flower out of the jute twine, and on top of that is a chrysanthemum that's also from Gisella's shop. And this is a button from my stash, and I have a bow. I created this bow with some embroidery floss. And here is some of the beautiful crochet aqua colored trim. And here's the flat back pearl trim. And this is one of the beautiful wild rosebuds, the yellow one. And here are some cherry blossoms, and I colored this one with my distress ink. And here's a button from my stash, and here on top this chunky heart trim is also from Gisella's shop. And every page has a tag, and this is the first one, and I have some paper from the collection, and I used my circle punch and I folded it in half. And this cute little charm was also given to me by Karen. Thank you so much, Karen. And this is some of the netting that I used, and I created a bow out of the jute twine, and I stamped all the tags on the back. And this is a Prima stamp for some journaling. So this is the next page. Some paper from the collection. And this beautiful lace with the netting and the embroidery from Gisella's shop. And this wooden ticket or banner was given to me by Karen as well. Thank you so much, Karen. It matched this paper line perfectly. And it says dreams. And here I have some more of the small flat back pearl trim from my design team package. And here's another chrysanthemum flower. And I have a button with some fibers or eyelash trim. And I also adhered some of these fibers in between the petals. Here I created a bow out of the jute twine. And this is one of the hip rosebuds that I used. It's the cream colored one, but I didn't have any of those left. That's why I showed you the white one, but I also used some of the white rosebuds. So this is the next page. I used another one of the cherry blossoms, and this is a wood veneer heart from my stash with a flat back pearl. And I used my Martha Stewart punch to create a pocket, and I used my Spellbinders dies to create these small tags. And this is one of the stamps that were also given to me by Karen. Thank you so much, Karen. I really had a lot of fun using some of the wonderful goodies that you recently sent me. And here's some of the beautiful beige colored crochet trim that I showed you. It's this one. And I used it on top of this pocket. And this is a small prima flower from my stash with a flat back pearl. And inside this page is another tag, and I used one of my Martha Stewart punches. And I did some more stamping. So this is the next page, and this is the beautiful cotton lace that I used with some flat back pearl trim along the edge. And this is another chrysanthemum flower with some fibers, and I adhered a flat back pearl in the center. And this is another one of the cherry blossoms, and I colored it with my distress ink. And this is a photo mat that I created with my Spellbinders die. And here's the next page. I have some more of this beautiful cotton lace and some of the small flat back pearl trim on top of it. And I created another pocket. And I used my same Spellbinders die to create this small tag. And this is also one of the stamps that was given to me by Karen as well. Thank you so much, Karen. I used quite a few of the stamps that you sent me. And this is another small prima flower with a flat back pearl. And here are some more pearls. And this is the next tag. And I have some more paper from the collection and some fibers. And this cute little charm. Oh, I'm sorry. This cute little charm was also given to me by Karen. It's a photo camera, and I really love this one. So, and I use the same stamp on every tag because I think it's perfect for journaling. And here's the next page. I have a wood veneer butterfly from my stash, and this is another chrysanthemum from Gisella's shop, and this is another cherry blossom that I colored with my distress inks, and I used some of the stems and curled them. And I used my Sizzix die to create this envelope, and here I have some more of the beautiful aqua colored crochet lace and some flat back pearl trim. And I adhered a button and some jute twine, and this closes with a magnet, and there's a little card inside. And this penny farthing stamp was also given to me by Karen. Thank you so much, Karen. So, and it closes like this. And here's the next page. I didn't embellish it very much because the papers were quite busy already. So here's another small Spellbinders tag with a prima flower and a flat back pearl. And here's the same stamp from Karen. I had so much fun using all the stamp sets. and some more paper from the collection, and another spot for journaling. And here's the next page. I have another photo mat that I created with my spellbinders die, and another chrysanthemum, and this time I left the center the way it was. And here's another cherry blossom, and I left it white this time. And I layered some of the beautiful trims. Here I have the beautiful scalloped cotton lace, the cream colored one, this one. And on top of it I have the beautiful aqua colored lace, this one. Here you can see the laces. And on top of it I have some more of the small flat back pearl trim. And I have some flat back pearls from my stash. And here is the last page. I used another one of the cherry blossom. And here are the hip rosebuds, and I colored them with my distress inks. And I created another small pocket with the typewriter stamp. And here's another prima flower with the button from my stash and some jute twine. And here's some of the beautiful lace with the netting, and it's this one that I showed you. I really love this one, and I cut it a little bit smaller so it would fit better on the page. And here is the last tag with some paper from the collection. And oops, I used the netting of the trim, and I used the netting of this trim because this netting is aqua colored as well. I use it here on top of the tag, and some fibers and another jute twine bow. And this is a bead from my stash. It's from a necklace that I had. And some more stamping on the back. And this one goes right into the pocket. And this is the last page. And I used one of these beautiful pieces. I cut one apart and I adhered it like this because I think it looks like a bow. So yeah, I still have to sign it. But this is my project, my design team project for Lavish Laces, and I am not used to work with yellow, but I really had a lot of fun, and I think it's a beautiful color combination with the aqua and the browns and the creams. So I had a lot of fun creating this cute little album. And yeah, I hope you like it. And I want to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.